top of the trends, but also the timeless styles. We want to talk a little bit about achieving a European vintage look. And that's what you've done in this space. There's something very refined about it, but you've mixed a lot of different elements together.
And different periods in time. I know that decor often does come from Europe, so I wanted to think about how to pull it all together so it doesn't look contrived, it doesn't look forced.
Yes.
So the pieces that I chose are from different portions of the last, you know, the 20s, the 50s. So, and I wanted to start with a great backdrop.
It's gorgeous.
So we painted the wall in a navy blue and then hung a sculptural mirror on the back. So if you're going to put a mirror on the back wall, make sure that it doesn't have too much mirror because it's going to reflect exactly what you see beyond. So we coupled it with these sort of stylized prints, and you'll see that there isn't, I didn't do gold frames against the gold mirror. I did more of a silver leaf frame. That way it adds contrast and a little bit of interest.
And I'm finding everyone's mixing. Mix, mix, mix. Mix and match your metals and have some fun with that. Don't be afraid.
It's much more interesting,
yes.
Right? And then same thing with your pieces of furniture. So this acrylic table, the sofa table in behind, it's very glamorous. It's definitely from the sort of 20s era.
Yeah.
And then I've floated all these beautiful hand-blown glass pieces on top, and that gives it, again, some you know, some interest. It's very, it's like art pieces again on the backdrop of this console.
Yes.
The mid-century modern lamp is amazing.
This is awesome.
So you look around and you go, okay, well, everything has a little bit of its own style, but it all works together. And the sofa, the fact that it's not symmetrical, it has this beautiful fluid style to it. It's very, you know, glamorous looking. And then you couple that with the acrylic and glass table again. And it makes it feel a lot more spacious, a lot more airy, and again, not so forced.
How many people in the audience can see themselves lounging on this sofa? Yeah. Glamorous. I love it. Here's the other thing. A lot of people wouldn't think about putting a console table between the wall and the sofa.
Right.
And it makes a lot of sense.
Well,
even from a functional level, if you wanted to, you know, rest a drink or a book or something like that behind, it makes a lot of sense.
Well, you'll notice that I didn't put a side table around the sofa because of the shape of it.
Yeah,
I thought it would be a lot more interesting to you know, have some flow to it. And then that beautiful lamp stands on its own as well. So you do need a console.
Yeah.
The modern chair really does play off of the sofa. So you've got this gorgeous bright gold feature along the outside of it. Again, a little brass table sitting in the corner. And then the final piece that makes this room is this gorgeous vintage sari area rug from LT.
Beautiful.
Woven from saris, and it has those, you know, beautiful mauves and pink and a little bit of the soft green, and that really does set the stage here.
Absolutely. Okay, I just wanted to call attention to the fact that a lot of the shapes in here are irregular shapes.
They are.
And I think that's something that, you know, sort of gives people pause. You know, they struggle with it, but this is your anchoring piece, and it makes a lot of sense to have some fun with the shapes that you're using in other places.
Well, we always say that you should try to float the spaces in the room more so than keeping everything along the perimeter.
Yeah.
And by using different shapes, you can bring everything in together into the center of the room. Again, by having space between the wall and the sofa, it gives it a lot more interest, and it gives you a lot of room to float around the space as well.
That's right. You want to circulate, right?
Very, very good for entertaining.
Yes.
And just moving about the space.
Now, I know that table, that gorgeous lucite table, is from La Campagna.
La Campagna.
La Campagna.
And the mirror.
And the mirror as well, which is a standout piece. You get a mirror and a piece of art in one. I think that's gorgeous.